today's tip is the first thing that you need to check out or do if your child is bedwetting. So it's going to be short and sweet today. So I got this tip from a mum who had been struggling with bedwetting with their child until the age 11. So as you can imagine, going through lots of mattresses, lots of washing and all the stuff, and disturbed nights for a long time. And when they finally got to a specialist, to see a specialist, and it was the specialist nurse, the first thing that she suggested to do worked really well. And she was like, people need to know this. She's telling everybody. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to share this because although it isn't something that I've personally struggled with my children, it's something that people need to know. And it's counterintuitive. And which so many things with parenting are counterintuitive. And because it's counterintuitive, it's not something you think to do. So let me tell you what it is. So the first thing that the specialist nurse suggested to do was to increase the amount that their child was drinking. Now, this is increase the amount they're drinking during the daytime. So, because often bedwetting is caused by not drinking enough. I know, so you're probably thinking, but surely if I give them more liquid, then they're going to wet the bed. Well, what happens is in the day, if your child isn't drinking enough liquid, then their bladder, the capacity of their bladder is small. So what you need to do is make sure, and often if they're wetting the bed, then they want to drink less and you want them to drink less as well because you don't want them to wet the bed, right? So you get into this cycle. So what you need to do or try is to increase the amount of liquid they're having in the day so that increases the capacity of their bladder, so that when they then go to bed, they're able to go through the night without their bladder leaking, So I know, and it's totally counterintuitive, isn't it? So give them it, make sure they're drinking plenty during the day. And then, about an hour before bedtime, obviously you could not be giving them something to drink then, but increase the capacity the rest of the time so that through the night they're then able to, go through the whole night without needing to go to the toilet. So it's so simple, isn't it? And can you imagine waiting, having this problem for years and years and years, and then the very first thing working. So, I hope this will have helped somebody. I hope this will have helped you if you're in that position, because it can take a long time. If you're on a waiting list to see a specialist in the UK here through the NHS, it can take a long time. It was a couple of years once they finally got onto this list that it took to get this advice. So how about if you can just shortcut all of that and go straight to the very first thing that they're going to tell you to try anyway. So if you try this and it works, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to know that this has helped you. And if you're watching this and you haven't tried this and you're going to go and try it, also let me know in the comments, because I'd love to know that you're going to give this a go. And there are so many other things in parenting that are counterintuitive. I talk a lot about slowing down to speed up. I'll do a different video on that one. And I've talked about it a lot in the past, and it feels counterintuitive. And if there's any other things that you think of that are counterintuitive that you're like, oh yeah, put those in the comments as well, because it's all helpful for everybody, isn't it? So if you haven't subscribed to my Conscious Parenting Live series or to this channel where I share tips, then make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you get the notifications of when these tips come out. And I do these sessions on here that are practical. They're also around your mindset as well, to help you have a calmer, happier family life and be parenting in alignment with your values, in alignment with, with meeting your child and nourishing yourself and your child, and everybody being able to be fully themselves, for you to be fully yourself and your child to be fully yourself, themselves too. So I'm going to finish there. Bye.